as we have finished the last chapter, that is metals and non-metals. Now today we are starting a new topic, that is chapter number 6, Combustion and Flame. So in this we will be learning about what is combustion, what are the combustible materials, and what are the supporters of combustion, and the definition of ignition temperature. Children, first try to understand the meaning of combustion. Combustion is a process when you burn any material, it produces energy in terms of heat and light. Sometimes it can produce the sound also. So that process is known as combustion. So what is combustion? Combustion is a process in which a substance is burned to get energy. That energy is in the form of heat or light, and heat and light also. Now for any substance to burn and produce this type of energy, the basic requirement is combustible material. That means the material which will burn to give these energies, heat and light. So such materials are called as combustible material, like wood is combustible material, then fuels are combustible material, and what else are used for burning and deriving the energy, heat energy. So all such materials, they are called as combustible materials. So these combustible materials can be classified into solid combustible material, liquid combustible material, and gaseous materials. Or you can say solid fuels, liquid fuels, and gaseous fuels. What are solid fuels? That is wood, coal, etc. And liquid is petrol, diesel. And when we talk about the gaseous fuel, they are such as liquefied petroleum gas, natural gas, which is used as natural gas, as well as the compressed natural gas. Okay, so all these materials can be used as combustible material for deriving the energy.
These are few more examples of the combustible material. From the pictures you can clearly understand about the combustible material.
So now we know what is combustion and what are the combustible materials. But for anything to burn, we know that some requirement is there, some necessary condition is there. What is that necessary condition? That is supporter of combustion. So we have studied in lower classes that whenever anything is burning, it needs the supporter for burning it. If the supporter is not there, then the substance will stop burning. Like you may be remembering an example of candle. Light a candle and it is burning and it is giving flame because it is surrounded by air. So we can say air or oxygen is the supporter of combustion. The moment you will cover this with the help of a glass jar, what will happen? What will happen? The supply of oxygen is cut off. Then we will find that it stops burning and the flame extinguishes. This we remember because whatever oxygen was available inside the jar, that was utilized by the candle flame for burning. And now what is present? That is carbon dioxide gas, which do not support burning or combustion. That means supporter of combustion is essential conditions.
Children, we have discussed this experiment many a times, and we know very well that When oxygen is available, then only the candle will keep on burning. The moment the oxygen supply is cut off, then the flame extinguishes.
Studied about two necessary conditions. One is combustible material, the second one is supporter of combustion. Third thing, that is ignition temperature. It is related with temperature. We find that we have collected the wooden pieces and we are trying to burn them. And suddenly somebody pours water on it. What we observe that after few minutes, even when we are pouring kerosene oil and we are putting lots of matchstick, it do not catch fire. Why it do not catch fire? Because this combustible material is not able to reach the temperature where it will start burning. So that temperature is known as ignition temperature. Ignition temperature is the lowest temperature at which a substance start burning or undergoes the process of combustion. So ignition temperature varies from substance to substance. Like few substances, they have very low ignition temperature, few have very high ignition temperature. That means the one which is having high ignition temperature will take more time. Clear? And the one which is having very low ignition temperature will start burning at room temperature. In the previous chapter, we have studied about phosphorus. Phosphorus is stored in water. The moment you take it out from water, it catches fire. Why it catches fire? Because its ignition temperature is around 35 degrees Celsius. That means very low ignition temperature, and that is why without any external support, it will catch fire.
From this video, you can find out the difference in the ignition temperature. Like the first case is the wooden log is burning, and in second case the paper is burning. The rate of burning or the combustion is different in both the cases. The wooden log ignition temperature is slightly higher than the paper. And if this wooden log is wet, children, then it will take more time to reach to its ignition temperature. That means ignition temperature is also a essential condition.
These are the three conditions which are necessary for any combustion to occur. First thing is combustible material, that means the material which will burn to provide us energy. Second thing, supporter of combustion, that is air or oxygen, which will help in burning. And third thing is ignition temperature. It is the lowest temperature at which the substance catches fire. Clear? Today what we have learned? We have learned about combustion. What is combustion and what are the necessary conditions required for combustion? And if these conditions are not available, then what happens to the process of combustion? I hope you have understood this topic. If you have any doubt, we can discuss it in our next online class.